However, the bulk of what we're going to talk about today, we're going to do a couple things. Number one, because we watched the Andrew Tate interview with Tucker Carlson, I did want to just check in with our favorite internet narcissist, HG Tudor, because I kept saying Andrew Tate is a narcissist, Andrew Tate is a narcissist, Andrew Tate is a narcissist, Andrew Tate is a raging narcissist. And of course, in my comments on the YouTube channel, on the videos where I said that, I had all of Andrew Tate's little fanboys coming in going, what evidence do you have that Andrew Tate is a narcissist? You're just jealous. You're just ugly. What kind of car are you driving? Me. You shouldn't be diagnosing people as being narcissists. Me. All right, well, HG Tudor is the ultra narcissist. He is the world expert on narcissists. He knows more about narcissism than anyone else in the world because he teaches it all the time. He also happens to be a diagnosed narcissistic psychopath himself, and he's a self-aware narcissistic psychopath. And so he knows what's up. He understands what narcissism is. He understands what psychopathy is, and he explains it all the time. And guess what? HG Tudor has an entire playlist on Andrew Tate. He has so many videos on Andrew Tate. Now, I've never actually watched any of these videos before because, like, when I saw them pop up, I was kind of like, bro, duh. Andrew Tate is obviously a narcissist. I don't need to see any ultra analysis on this. I already know that Andrew Tate's a narcissist. It's already very clear as day to anyone with a functioning brain that Andrew Tate is a narcissist. But because there were so many questions about it from Andrew Tate's little simpy bitch fans, I thought we'd spend some time and maybe watch one of the videos and get an objective perspective on whether or not Andrew Tate is a narcissist. So we'll do that. Chat, hang on. Guys, please mount that like button for me while I'm putting a poll in the chat. Do you think Andrew Tate is a narcissist? Yes or no? You don't get a maybe, you don't get an I don't know. You have to choose, is Andrew Tate a narcissist? Yes or no? Now, poll is in the chat. There we go. We are going to watch an analysis on if Andrew Tate was a narcissist. If you're here for Nick Fuentes, we're going to do this first. We're going to do Nick Fuentes second. Oh, did I do that right? No, I didn't. Hang on. There it is. Now, our favorite internet narcissist, HG Tudor, does a lot of analysis on if people are narcissists and why they're narcissists, and he explains it and he breaks it all down. And HG Tudor has an entire playlist all about Andrew Tate. So if you are not satisfied with just one Andrew Tate video, you can go and find many videos he's done about Andrew Tate. And to be really honest, I would fucking give my left foot, okay, maybe not really, but figuratively, I would give my left foot for HG Tudor to do an analysis on the Andrew Tate Tucker Carlson interview, because, I mean, I felt like I was actually watching one of HG Tudor's like lessons on narcissism in that interview for the entire 2.5 hours. But what I want to do is I want to listen to this video. It's the second video on HG Tudor's playlist. It's called Andrew Tate, So Obvious. And I want to hear what the world expert in narcissism has to say about Andrew Tate. I want to listen to his analysis. I want him to explain it. And then I want us to think about, did Andrew Tate in the Tucker Carlson interview show the characteristics that HG Tudor is going to expertly discuss and explain in this video? I haven't watched this before. I have no idea what he says, but I've listened to enough of his work that I'm pretty sure I have an idea of what he said. Sin says, except that HG Tudor has a nicer voice than the two in that interview. Oh, isn't that the truth? Beth, thank you for the super chat. This is for an epic rant. That was an epic rant, wasn't it? I'm sure I'm going to get a boat ton of shit from the LPNH for this. They're going to be tweeting. They're going to be like, Carl is an anti-Semite though. She believes in weird spirituals. They're going to be crying about me for fucking days, and I don't really care. Fuck you guys. Anyway, we're not going to talk about them anymore. We're going to talk how rude of us to take attention away from HG Tudor. All right, guys, let's listen to what the world narcissism expert had to say about Andrew Tate.
Andrew Tate. So obvious. Hello, I'm HG Tudor. You may recall that in August I created a video called Alpha Male and demonstrated that the label of alpha male was being regularly used to describe people who are actually narcissists.
No, I will
And it
swear,
would mean
Beth.
that
The
many
poll
people
is
didn't
already over.
realize
People
what they were
decided.
dealing with. And this surrounded,
See?
of course, the behaviors of Andrew Tate, who indeed is a narcissist. If you're unfamiliar with who Mr. Tate is, well, a little refresher. Emery, Andrew Tate III, is an American-British international internet personality and former professional kickboxer. Following his kickboxing career, Tate began offering paid courses and memberships through his website, and later rose to fame as an influencer. Tate's misogynistic commentary on social media has resulted in bans from several platforms.
Oh shit! I didn't mean to do that. Oh no! Oh no! Ah! I just screwed everything up. Hang on.
Stated this.
Hang on. I was trying to get this super chat. I screwed everything up. I'm sorry. I've hit the wrong button. Rottweiler said, "What does HG Tudor know? He doesn't have a Bugatti, does he?" Well, HG Tudor does have a very nice car. I think the last time I think maybe not a Bugatti, but I think he has like a Jaguar or something like that. I think I heard him saying in a video. He has a very nice car. He has Tudor Towers, his estate in the countryside. HG Tudor is doing just fine. HG Tudor has probably gotten more pussy than Andrew Tate has. I'm being serious about that too. He's written entire books about it. They're great. Anyway.
Hello, I'm HG.
Sorry, I messed it up. We have to start over.
You may recall that in August I created a video called Alpha Male and demonstrated that the label of alpha male was being regularly used to describe people who are actually narcissists. And it would mean that many people didn't realize what they were dealing with. And this surrounded, of course, the behaviors of Andrew Tate, who indeed is a narcissist. If you're unfamiliar with who Mr. Tate is, well, a little refresher. Emery, Andrew Tate III, is an American-British international internet personality and former professional kickboxer. Following his kickboxing career, Tate began offering paid courses and memberships through his website, and later rose to fame as an influencer. Tate's misogyny.
Autumn, we decided earlier that you're allowed to come to one of our Zooms as long as you turn your camera on so we can confirm that you're actually a woman.
Commentary on social media has resulted in bans from several platforms. He had a career in kickboxing. He was a guest on the 17th season of Big Brother, and he came under scrutiny for his homophobic and racist comments on Twitter. After the release of a video in which Tate appeared to beat a woman with a belt, Tate was removed from the show after only 6 days of participation. Both Tate and the woman said that they were...
Can you imagine being such a cocky douchebag that you go on Big Brother and hit a woman with a belt? You really want to tell me that he's not hitting women in private when he goes on Big Brother to hit a woman with a belt? Please.
Friends, and the actions in the video were consensual. Tate's website offers training courses on accumulating wealth and male-female interactions. According to the website, it also operates a webcam studio using girlfriends of employees. Tate and his brother started the webcam business, employing as many as 75 webcam models to sell fake sob stories to male callers, claiming to have made millions of dollars doing so. Tate stated that the business model is a total scam.
Can I just point out that HG Tudor has now done more research than Tucker Carlson did when he interviewed Andrew Tate? Can I just point that out? Because Tucker Carlson didn't seem to know how Andrew Tate made his money with webcam girls and seemed to believe that Andrew Tate was just being accused of doing things on TikTok that he obviously didn't do. HG Tudor even fucking knew that Andrew Tate made his money on webcam girls on fucking OnlyFans.
Tate operates Hustlers University, a platform where members pay a monthly membership fee to receive instruction on topics such as drop shipping and cryptocurrency trading. The platform employed an affiliate marketing program where members received a commission for recruiting others to the platform. Tate became highly prominent during 2022 by encouraging members of Hustlers University to post large numbers of videos of him to social media platforms in an effort to maximize engagement. As of August 2022, its website had amassed over 100,000 subscribers, which included boys as young as 13. That same month, Stripe pulled out of processing subscriptions for the platform, and Hustlers University shut down its affiliate marketing program. Daniel Angus, a professor of digital communications at Queensland University of Technology, stated the affiliate program had all the hallmarks of a pyramid scheme. Tate received attention for his tweets describing his view of what qualifies as sexual harassment amid the Harvey Weinstein sexual abuse cases, and for tweeting several statements about his view that sexual assault victims share responsibility for their assaults. In 2017, he was criticized for tweeting that depression isn't real. 3 of Tate's Twitter accounts were suspended at different times. In 2021, an account that he created to evade his previous ban was verified by Twitter contrary to their policies. The account was subsequently permanently suspended, and Twitter said the verification occurred in error. Online, Tate became known among far-right circles through appearances on InfoWars and acquaintances with far-right figures such as Paul Joseph Watson, Jack Posobiec, and Mike Cernovich.
Posobiec.
Tate became highly popular during summer of 2022, surpassing both Donald Trump and COVID-19 in Google searches in July. By August, Tate was described by Rabil Sidkar in The Independent as a cult-like figure to young directionless men and boys who support his anti-feminist views. Tate has described himself as absolutely a sexist.
So Destroy says Andrew Tate is possibly a narcissist, but it's likely he's just low IQ or both. HG Tudor has another video in which he calls him a lesser narcissist, which basically means he's a narcissist with a low IQ. So congratulations on that. Now, I will say, I don't like your Twitter name, and if you use the anti-white shit in my chat, I'm gonna ban you. But like, you're not saying anything wrong right now, so I'm just warning you. Anti-white bullshit is not allowed on my channel. Okay, you're allowed to be here. You're allowed to say whatever you want as long as you follow the rules. But that's one thing I don't allow on the channel, and I'm just letting you know. Not in trouble or anything. I'm just letting you know.
And absolutely a misogynist. He has stated that women belong in the home, can't drive, and are given to the man and belong to the man, and claimed that men prefer dating 18 and 19-year-olds because they have sex with fewer men. The White Ribbon Campaign, a non-profit opposing male-on-female violence, considers Tate's commentary extremely misogynistic and its possible long-term effects on his young male audience concerning. Hope Not Hate, an anti-extremism advocacy group, has commented that Tate's social media presence might present a dangerous slip road into the far right for his audience. In response to criticism, Tate stated that his content includes many videos praising women and mainly aims at teaching his audience to avoid toxic and low-value people as a whole. He further stated that he plays a comedic character and claims that people believed absolutely false narratives about him. In August 2022, Tate was permanently banned from Instagram, where he had 4.7 million followers, and Facebook for violating their policies on hate speech and dangerous organizations and individuals. TikTok, where videos featuring his name as a hashtag have been viewed 13 billion times, removed his account as well, after determining that it violated their policies on content that attacks, threatens, incites violence against, or otherwise dehumanizes an individual or a group. Shortly thereafter, YouTube also.
It is really concerning to me how assholes like this can gain such a following. Honestly, just by saying the magic words of like, men are so put upon in the world and they should really go to the gym and they should be more resilient and they should just have standards. Like, it is shocking to me how people like this can gain these massive followings and no one thinks like, maybe he isn't that good of a guy, or maybe they like that he's doing the shit that he's doing. I mean, I actually find it, 13 billion views on TikTok. How crazy is that?
Suspended his channel, citing multiple violations, including hate speech and COVID-19 misinformation. And Tate subsequently deleted his channel on Twitch. Tate responded to the bans, saying that while most of his comments were taken out of context, he takes responsibility for how they were received. On April 11, 2022, Tate's house was raided by the Romanian police after the US Embassy alerted them that an American woman might be held at the property. The investigation was later taken over by Romania's Directorate for Investigating Organized Crime and Terrorism and expanded to include human traffic and rape allegations. On April 27th, the Romanian police said that no person had been charged or arrested in the case. The investigation is ongoing as of mid-2022. Tate has denied any wrongdoing. Thus, some further details about him. He certainly does have a significant following amongst young men that seem to accord with his very direct views about women. And it's clear that this is an individual, from the information that not only have I just described there, but is available elsewhere, doesn't operate any kind of facade. He revels in saying it how it is. He's right and you're wrong. He sees himself as an alpha male. He sees himself as correct in determining that men are superior to women. He doesn't operate with any emotional empathy. The suggestion of playing a comedic character is all about deflecting when his control is threatened by the accusations of the wrongdoing, where he is engaged in stating quite simply that he's absolutely a sexist and absolutely a misogynist. This is an individual that basically doesn't see anything wrong with his behaviors whatsoever and is quite content to put it out there. He believes that he's right, that he's superior, and if you contravene his views, well, that quite simply makes you weak and something of a dipshit.
Yep.
Naturally, with such individuals, they will always accord a following, which enables him to have a group of tertiary supporters that are there to be readily controlled and to draw fuel from. It's clear, of course, through the Hustler University.
So I just want to point out what he just said, because he just said that, like, Andrew Tate is partially doing what he's doing to create a source of fuel of tertiary followers who will just follow him around and go, Andrew, you are so amazing, and you are so incredible, and you are so brave, and you have such a great car, and you are just such a poor put upon victim by the Matrix, Andrew. And then they do his dirty work for him. It's like, these are the simps that, like, go around on Twitter and go, do you have a Bugatti? It's like, who like anyone really cares about that except for them, you know? So that's what he's talking about. Like, this is something that a narcissist does, is they have to like attract, this is his like framework anyway, and I'm gonna probably flub it a little bit. He's much better at explaining it, but like, they have to attract fuel sources at like the primary level, the secondary level, the tertiary level. And like, tertiary fuel sources aren't people that Andrew Tate knows. They're just people that like give Andrew Tate like positive feedback and say nice things and blah 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 blah. But that's all an aspect of his narcissism.
And what he may have earned through social media and appearances, that there are the residual benefits accorded as a consequence of the relationships that he has with all of these various followers. The suggestion, of course, that what he was doing was a Ponzi scheme also denotes a lack of accountability for his behaviors, a sense of entitlement to achieve that residual benefit, and an absence, of course, of emotional empathy for those affected by his behaviors. He's quite simply a wrecking ball that cruises through life doing what he wants, and damn the
Yes,
consequences.
he is.
If you get in the way, you'll be removed, and he simply doesn't care. There is some excellent footage of a debate between him.
So when Andrew Tate was in that interview and he was talking about when he was in jail, and he was like, I just wanted to make the gods happy. I just wanted to make them smile. I just wanted to, like, he doesn't care about people. He is not capable of love. He is not capable of human empathy. Anytime when Andrew Tate in that interview with Tucker Carlson was like, I just want to make the world a better place, Tucker. I just want to help men be men and live happy and fulfilled lives. Andrew Tate doesn't give a shit about any of this. He only cares about putting money in his own pocket or getting other benefits from people. That's it.
And Piers Morgan, which I will be analysing in due course. But with all of that stated, which underlines, of course, the fact that he's a narcissist, a piece of footage has come my way, which is well worth viewing in terms of demonstrating the obviousness of his behaviour, the fact that he believes he's far cleverer than he actually is, grandiosity, and the way that he doesn't realize just how easy it is to see through him. Of course, there are always going to be some epsilon semma morons who are taken in by what he does and thinks, wow, that's so cool, he's a genius.
I just love the Brave New World reference. He does this sometimes when he like calls out specifically like epsilon semi-morons that are like he does this with, like Meghan Markle too, like Meghan Markle's sugars or whatever. But I love that. It's like the only people who are following along Andrew Tate and think that Andrew Tate is the greatest thing since sliced bread are pretty fucking stupid.
However, many other people will see straight through it, which denotes the obviousness of his narcissism and the obviousness of the way that it functions. I'm going to play you now the footage, which is basically him demonstrating that he too can be the Tinder swindler. If you haven't watched my fantastic series about the Tinder swindler, I'd very much encourage you to do so, as not only does it help you understand so much more about narcissism and psychopathy, it also denotes the various interactions, but also provides you with information about what the victims are also. A fascinating and deep dive into the dynamic between the narcissist and victims. Here, it would appear that Tate is on some kind of show, or perhaps of his own, where he's basically explaining, I'll show you how easy it is to be the Tinder swindler and get money out of women. Here comes the footage.
I want to test something. I have an idea. I want to try something.
Cult of
Who do I
Tate.
choose? All right, let's try this one.
Hello?
I'm in hi. I'm in the hotel in Prague. There's been a problem with my bank. There's been a problem with my bank cards. They've frozen all my cards. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna have to talk to the banks to find out what it's to do with. I think it might be to do with one of my passports, which was closed. I need you to send me $10,000. I'm gonna send you some bank details. I want you to send me 10 grand, but I need it like urgently. I'm gonna give it back to you, but I need it urgently. Is that okay?
Okay.
Please, as soon as you can, I'm gonna send you the details now.
Sure.
All right, baby. Bye.
Okay.
What the fuck?
That's how easy the game is, gentlemen.
Okay, so having seen
Who would agree to that? Would anyone in this chat agree? Like, so if Andrew Tate called you and was like, if anyone called you, I mean, let's just put aside Andrew Tate for a moment. If anyone called you and was like, baby, I need $10,000 pronto. You can send that. You can say, I need it right now, baby. I'm gonna send you details. Like, I mean, I'm sorry. Yeah, that kind of like screams stage to me. I'm sorry. No one is gonna send like. I'm not sure if my husband called me. It was like, Carlin, I need $10,000 like right now for some reason. Like he couldn't get into our joint bank account or like whatever. I'm not even sure I would send my husband $10,000. So no offense, Victor, but like if my husband called me and was like, I'm at the hotel, I need $10,000, I'd be like, go stay in a cheaper hotel. Why the fuck are you in a hotel where you need $10,000? Like, what hookers are you ordering at the hotel tonight? Not that my husband would ever do that, but still. Rottweiler says, people like Tate make people think he represents men's rights activists, thus making outside lookers think men's rights activists are like him. He can just fillet a cactus. I agree with you. And we talked about this the last time we talked about Andrew Tate, is like, I think he makes like all men's rights activists have like real and legitimate points about divorce and children and like support groups for men and things like that. And like men, there are very legitimate points that they have that I think are worthy of consideration. And then assholes like Andrew Tate come along and they pull shit like that when it's not about helping men. It's not about supporting men. It's not about making life better for men. It's only about feeding Andrew Tate's narcissism and filling Andrew Tate's bank account. And he makes all men's rights activists look like assholes. I agree with you. Thank you for the super chat.
in it, you saw Mr. Tate sat there with his bronze trousers on, explaining that he wanted to test something out. And he goes away, returns with his phone, and makes it look like that he's there as the grand manipulator, puppeteer, selecting a mark, selecting a victim, and decides, let's try this one, as if there's plenty of people that he could choose from, that his phone is chock full of women just waiting to throw their dollars at him, exhibiting his grandiosity. He then, of course, rings up the individual and a female voice says, hello. He immediately launches in with, I'm in a, and then remembers, oh, actually, I haven't said hello, which, of course, very much gives the game away. I'll be returning to that in a moment. He then explains, hi, I'm in a hotel in Prague. And then explains in the usual Tinder swindler fashion that he's got a financial issue, that his cards are frozen, the bank's called.
Hang on, I just want to mention for anyone who joined the stream, we are going to get to the Nick Fuentes content. This video has about 5 more minutes, and the very next thing that we're doing after we listen to HG Tudor's expert analysis on if Andrew Tate is a narcissist is we're going to watch Nick Fuentes, and we're going to talk about why he got censored by Rumble. So if you're here for Nick Fuentes, sit tight. I know we didn't get to it first. There was other stuff going on, but it is going to be the main attraction, so it's going to be at the end. Go get a drink and a snack or something. Come back in a few. Thank you for joining, Yuri.
Caused him a problem, and he's not sure what it is. He references that it's his passports, and he immediately says, I need $10,000, but I need it. I need you to send it to me, and I need it urgently. Is that all right? And immediately, this lady confirms, okay, I will do it. Not, oh my God, what's happened? Or can you explain to me what's going on? Or have you contacted the bank to find out what the problem is? Have you spoken to the bank to try and unblock the issue? Or, well, actually, that's a lot of money that you're asking me for. But quite simply, it's immediately, yeah, I'll give you $10,000. Nobody would respond to a telephone call in that manner.
Exactly, it was staged.
Even if, for example, it was a son or daughter ringing a parent, they'd immediately go, sorry, what's happened? Well, you need to contact the bank if they've frozen your money. That's the way to get to it. Yeah, I'll help you out, but let's see if we can tackle things with the bank first before I first start transferring money. Or what do you need $10,000 for? That's a rather large amount of money. Those would be the natural questions that anybody
What hookers
would
are you
pose.
buying for
And of course,
$10,000, Andrew?
Mr. Tate fails to recognize that anybody with functioning brain cells would look upon this and immediately go, oh dear, it's staged. And of course,
Exactly.
The individual is compliant, saying that
We got it right.
do it. He then signs off with a flippant, all right, baby, bye. And then triumphant, laughs and demonstrates, look how easy that is. And telling the gentleman, presumably those viewing, just how easy it is to ring up a woman and get her to give you $10,000. Look at me. I'm so charismatic. I'm so powerful, so manipulative. I'm able to ring up a random chick from my phone and get $10,000 out of her. Naturally, it's completely staged. The person answering the phone is just following a loose script or has just been told, look, there's $500 in it for you. If when he rings up and he asks you for money, you just say, okay, yes, I'll do it. It's so patently obvious. Mm-hmm. Now, of course, what does this tell us? Well, he knows that this is staged because he set it up, but he simply doesn't care. And the arrogance of his narcissism is such, and the lack of insight, is that he really believes that people watching this are going to be taken in by it.
Yes, he does, because he's a moron.
Wow, he is just Mr. Cool, ultra charismatic. Just calls, he gets the money. I'm going to sign up for his Andrew Tate how to ring random chicks and get money out of them course, costing me $1,000. Thank you very much. He knows it's staged. He doesn't care that it's staged. But where his narcissism really kicks in is that, notwithstanding the obviousness of this behavior, and that 99% of people watching this would immediately go, the lady on the other end of the phone is in on this. You've not persuaded her to do anything at all. He thinks that most people will be taken in by this and thinks it's brilliant. He thinks that people won't see through this. That's the blind.
There's part of me that's like, if you didn't see through this and realize what was going on, and you really believe that Andrew Tate just like got some woman to give him $10,000, and this is like all the proof that you need to give Andrew Tate money to sign up for his pimp and hose degree or whatever the hell. There's like some small part of me, well, maybe it's more like a medium size. There's some part of me that's like, you know what? If you are really fooled by this and you don't think about this before you give this jackass money, you deserve to get conned, man. You deserve to get conned, Like fools and their money are quickly parted. It's a life lesson. Hopefully you learn from it and you get better next time.
Kindness of his narcissism, that whereas most people looking at it can see the obvious of it, he can't. Of course, if you were to put that to him at a later juncture, as part of the threat to control that suggestion would pose, his narcissism would probably cause him to go, oh yeah, I knew, of course, that people would see through it. I was just proving the point that some people can't. And that's him backtracking and deflecting. That his narcissism would do that. But his form of narcissism is very obvious. It operates with no facade. It's bombastic. It's bullying. It's belligerent. He's big, you're small. He's right, you're wrong. He's powerful and charismatic. You are all weaklings, and you're there to follow him into the promised land. And such is the level of entitlement and arrogance that he churns out nonsense such as this, which is transparently see-through, save to a small number of people that would blindly think, wow, that's impressive. And of course, in a way, they deserve all they get if they then get fleeced out of their money and find that when they ring up somebody in their phone book who's female, they go, get the fuck out of here. I'm not giving you that kind of money. Are you retarded? And they
Yes!
wonder, perhaps I haven't
I love that
followed the
HG Tudor
guidelines
used
of
the
Mr.
R
Tate
word.
giving me
I love
correctly.
it. Bonus
This is Andrew
points for
Tate,
retard.
an obvious narcissist engaging obvious behaviors. I'm HG Tudor. Thank you for watching.
All right. So my point with this is this. I heard from a lot of people when I covered the Andrew Tate Tucker Carlson interview over the last couple of days, when I posted that video yesterday saying Andrew Tate is a clear and obvious narcissist, and here's proof that Andrew Tate is a clear and obvious narcissist. And not only is he an obvious narcissist, he's also a con man that beat women openly on fucking video. I got a lot of comments saying, how do you know he's a narcissist? You can't diagnose him as a narcissist. Do you have any proof that he's a narcissist? How do you know? Do you have a Bugatti? Well, for the 23% of you that answered no, you don't think Andrew Tate is a narcissist, you've now been told by one of the world-leading narcissism experts that he is such an obvious narcissist that you're probably an epsilon semi-moron if you couldn't figure that out. So, if you want more information, I think that you should go watch HG Tudor's YouTube channel. He's got a whole playlist on Andrew Tate. He will break it down for you. He will explain all of it. He is really good at explaining this stuff. Don't be fooled by all the Meghan Markle content. He does so much fucking Meghan Markle content. It's obvious. It's so bad, and I understand why he does this so bad. But I don't think the content's bad. I just think like the volume is bad. But anyway, he's got much better content that's not Meghan Markle content. Don't be confused by it. Just go find the video of Andrew Tate. I'm curious how you'd react if Tudor reviewed me. I would love him to review me. I tried to fucking pay him to review me. I did. I took his because Carrie's horde on Twitter was like, Carlin's a narcissist, Carlin's a narcissist, Carlin's a narcissist. And I was like, I know I'm not a narcissist. I know I'm not a narcissist. I've had conversations with actual clinicians about whether or not I'm a narcissist, which inherently means that I'm not a narcissist. Like, I've actually considered the possibility of my own narcissism. I really have. I've had conversations with like multiple clinical psychologists. Am I a narcissist? Because like I have this whole like horde of unwoke, or I won't even say unwoke, this horde of woke idiots on Twitter that's like every day, Kylan's a narcissist, Kylan's a narcissist, Kylan's a narcissist. And so I actually had conversations with psychologists about this. And I was like, am I? No, really? Can we have a call? Like, am I? And the thing of it is, and HG Tudor has said this as well, but I was also told the same thing by these actual like psychologists. If you seriously consider if you are a narcissist, like really, that in and of itself is proof that you are not a narcissist. So I would actually, and so when all this shit was going on with like Carrie's horde on Twitter, like he did an interview with Carrie around the same time. And so I went and I bought his narcissism detector, and I was like, I'm gonna fucking submit HG Tudor this narcissism detector, and I want him to tell me, am I a narcissist or not? I want like an expert fucking analysis. And he refused to do it. He said, you cannot do a self-evaluation of yourself. And I was like, well, it's your evaluation. I can't force him to give me an evaluation. But if HG Tudor wants to review me to find out if I'm a narcissist, the only thing I would say is like, if he only uses the bullshit smear campaigns that I've debunked on multiple fucking occasions, like the stuff that's just overtly false that was spread by Carrie's narcissistic smear campaign, because Carrie has borderline personality disorder, which HG Tudor actually thinks that borderline personality disorder and like narcissistic personality disorder is like pretty much the same thing. So if he uses Carrie's smear campaign to evaluate me, that's not going to be an accurate evaluation because most of that's bullshit. But if he wants to really evaluate me, I would do it. I tried to. I really did. I just don't, I don't like, I would welcome it. HG Tudor, fucking review me. But I want him to, before he reviews me, I would really like him to review Candace Owens. Like, people far more important than me, because like I'm not that important. I'm not really, I mean, I guess I'm a public figure. I guess I have like a YouTube channel, like whatever. But like, I would really like him to review Candace Owens and James O'Keefe. And this new Andrew Tate video from Tucker Carlson. And if he does all three of those things first, he's welcome to review me. Or he can do it like whatever. I can't control him, so like whatever. But like, there are way more interesting people than me to review, is what I'm saying. Like, I am not a person with the status that would equal the people that he reviews on his channel. And that's just fine with me. I don't want it. I'm good. I don't want it. I don't want it. But Candace Owens would be great. I would be so happy if he did Candace Owens. I mean, Matt Walsh, I mean, I guess maybe. But yeah, Candace thinks she's a god. And she blocked me on Twitter, so fuck that bitch. Anyway, that is the HG Tudor expert analysis